What's going on, everybody? It's Bill Bailey with today's Boondoggle. And once again, we are reaching out to some new friends across the globe there in northern Germany. Speaking to our new friends in the band Rising Insane. What's going on, guys? How you
Hi.
doing?
Oh, we're doing very good, thanks.
Yeah, it's pretty well actually.
Good. Now, we're if you wouldn't mind just like doing introductions of who you are and what you do in the band real quick.
Yeah, of course. My name is Aaron. I'm the singer and screamer of the band Rising Insane.
My name is Sven. I'm actually playing the guitar in Rising Insane, and I'm almost responsible for kind of sound questions and for songwriting together with Aaron.
Nice. Now, usually when I have somebody on for the first time, I like to get a little bit of a background before we get into the stories of the artists and the band. So, like, originally, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, that's
Oh,
a very different
that's
question.
kind of
Like
an
I
interesting
never knew,
question.
I never knew what I want to, want to be in the future. I always just was just afraid, oh my God, will I have a job? Will I have a house? Or will I be living on the streets? Like I'm just, I didn't have really had a plan for myself.
It's like
So
today either. So
yeah, kind of work out very nice.
actually, as I was a child, I wanted to be. I don't know the English or American word for it. Wanted to be the man who is building furnitures. Actually,
Oh, like
I
a carpenter or something?
yes, exactly. And I don't know why actually, because if I am thinking now as an adult about it, it's completely ridiculous. But yeah, that was my first plan actually. Maybe not the best one, but that's it.
Nice. And then, like, do you remember like when it was that you guys like kind of first discovered music and knew that that was something that you wanted to pursue?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
when I first got in touch with music, I was like 6 years old, and my mom forced me to play the flute together with my sisters, and we were playing instruments in church on Christmas, and she also had a choir where I was playing the drums on the weddings. Like the first time it was My Heart Will Go On, and I had to play the drums for it. That was the first time I got in touch with music, but it was just the start of the whole journey. And like from then on, when I discovered Linkin Park when I was 11 or 12 years old, I knew that's what I want to do. Got a little bit heavier, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, just a bit from My Heart Goes On to Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
My start actually was about my grandfather because he was playing the piano and some kind of organ, and I was always quite interested in these kind of things, but I've never mentioned that I want to play any instrument or something else. And when I got into I think about 10 or 11 years old, I was in school and they had some drum kit and some guitars and bass, and I was just okay. I would like to try it, and then I had the guitar and started a little bit, and then there was a guy who showed me something, and I was quite interested in it, and just thought that it would be cool to start to play the guitar. And I was always kind of interested in heavy music because my father was already hearing a lot of these things like Black Sabbath or Led Zeppelin or Metallica or ACDC, and that's my way actually. And I've started from then to play or tried to play heavy music, and needed some years to get into it, but yeah, that was my way.
Nice. And then, like, Aaron, when did you branch off to vocals, and what called you towards that?
Oh, that is kind of I mean, there's a long version of the story and a rather short version of the story. Which one you want to hear?
I guess we'll keep it short because we got other questions.
All right, I actually joined Rising Insane as a guitarist, and as I realized there isn't a singer, I just said, well, I could try to sing, and that's it.
Oh, nice.
So that's basically it.
Quite
Well,
good
hey,
decision, if you ask me.
Yeah,
You're doing a good
I
job.
hadn't really. Yeah, thanks. I didn't really had a lot of experience in singing, and I wasn't a screamer at all. I learned it just for the band, and well, here we are.
Nice. Well, it's like you sound good. So,
You don't want to hear the first record.
I remember it.
and then like, what attracted you to guitar then, Sven?
Oh, please, what was the question?
What attracted you to playing instruments then?
I don't know. I really loved the thought of being on a stage and to be a guy who is seen by the audience. I really loved that thought, and I really enjoyed the moments if you plug in the guitar into an amp and put the volume up and you hit the strings and everything is like whoa. That was I think the most impressive thing for me, and I that was it actually, and then it got more and more heavy and louder and faster and more technique stuff, and it grew with every more point that I learned on the guitar. So I think it was just about the thing rock and roll. I really liked that, and I liked the thought to have it actually.
Nice. And then did you did you guys have any bands in school with some of your friends prior to Rising Insane?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
A lot.
I always like hearing some of the names that people come up with when they're in high school and they think it's the greatest name ever, and now you look back and laugh.
What the names are?
Don't ask me that. That's so embarrassing. Okay, I had one rock band, and we called ourselves Runaway, and our logo was run, then a big A, and then way again, like run away from people who run away from home, but also run away, like. And we thought,
wow. My first band was called F-Tract because it's really embarrassing actually. When I was in school with our drummer, who is actually our drummer now, Robert, in Rising Insane. Our classroom were in a sector which was called in Germany F-Tract, and we were so creative that we thought, okay, that could be our band name, and yeah, that's it actually. And we were really awful. It was, oh wow. There is a video record existing because my father was shooting it on a concert of us, and every time when I see it, it's just like, oh come on, shut it up. Off. It's wow. Really, it's you cannot show that anybody.
Nice. You have to release that on your social media someday.
Yeah, maybe, but I think to that point we should grow a little bit more to not lose so many fans.
we have 10 years anniversary, like 2023. Maybe we can make a little special for this one.
Oh, wow.
Like showing where we started.
Yeah. The blooper
It's really
reel
funny
or
how Robert looks.
Yeah.
How far you've come, right?
Yeah.
So when did like Rising Insane come together for you guys, and like who came up with the name?
Oh, well,
That's
Sven was the one who joined last. So
yes.
I started.
So I can't answer.
I joined. Yeah. So that's my turn right now. I just came from a failed band project to our drummer, whose name is Robert, and the other guitarist, whose name is Florian, and also there was Ulf on the bass. And I just joined them because I thought they were actually an existing band, but what I did not know that their band actually broke up too. And I just thought I can join a complete band and everything's fine, but I realized, oh no, they're not complete and they don't have even a singer. So yeah, that's how I joined the band. Then we were looking for a name, and I always liked the word insane. Like, I mean, I was 19 years old, and I was like insane. And then I wanted to have a name where insane is. And then we thought, well, rising is also a nice word, so why don't we call ourselves Rising Insane? And that was back in 2012, I guess.
Nice.
Maybe 2011.
And then
So Sven joined in 2013.
Yeah.
So like you said you're almost coming up on what, 10 years? You said, or
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, almost.
okay. And like how many albums have you been able to do so far, and how have you guys been able to get out and promote yourselves?
Well, we actually produced an EP. It was like in 2000 and I don't know 12 or something, where Sven was not in the band. And well, this one is like trash, and you won't find it anywhere. Except you bought it. You bought it on our first festival we ever played. Then you might have this one. But as Sven joined the band, we started to write new songs, and then we said, well, we need a new EP. From this idea of a new EP, we started to develop this one into an album, and to a long player. And that's how we continue. That's how we continue this journey, and we released our first album in 2017 called Nation, which is followed by second album called Porcelain from the year 2019. So right now we are releasing our third record called Afterglow, which will be out on 10th December.
Nice. And like let's talk about Afterglow now. Like, what's the main theme that you're have behind the name of the album, and what's the theme you're trying to put out to your fans?
Yeah, for this one I gotta go back to our second album, Porcelain, where the first album, Nation, is just basically about social stuff and social critics about our society and stuff. Porcelain became way more personal for me, which has a family story. My sister got breast cancer in 2017, and she died in 2018 in summer. So I always writing the lyrics for the songs, and I started to put all the pain and grief inside the lyrics for Porcelain. And when we released this record, I thought I'm kind of over it right now, as I put all my grief and all my pain into the words of the songs that I'm singing and screaming. But well, I was not, and I was starting to grow kind of depression, anxiety, and all this stuff. So I put all these feelings and emotions into the words for Afterglow. And one day I said to myself that I can't go on this way. I need to go to a doctor and get a therapy for myself. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, you are suffering post-traumatic stress disorder. And yeah, that's basically what you can come up with when it comes to Afterglow. Like Afterglow, the afterglow of a traumatic experience that you had that is still affecting you in every day that you get up. So on the album, I'm going through all the stuff that I've been through for the past 2 years, like anxiety and depression and trigger moments and all this stuff. So yeah, that's basically what Afterglow is about.
Wow. Well, first of all, I'm sorry about your loss.
Thanks.
It sounds like this has been an additional therapy session for you, recording this and getting all this out. And I think usually when it's real and raw, there's people out there that it's going to benefit, that will hear it, and it's going to help them through somebody going through something similar. So,
yeah, that's totally it. That's totally it. Like when we released Porcelain, there were also some people who were thankful for our music and told us that they find like strength in our songs and feel strengthened by our music. And right now, yeah, it continues to be this way. And that's actually the best gift we can ever receive.
yes, I mean the pain has a purpose, sometimes. But like with this album, like when was the recordings done, and like was this during the pandemic when everything first started, or was a lot of these songs already written and recorded beforehand?
I I think the final recording and songwriting process started in the middle of 2020. We started even before of that, but it got kind of focused within the summer of 2020. And we came up with some songwriting ideas. Aaron and I swapped our ideas, discussed a lot of things, and we focused actually to write a new album, I think in autumn and winter of 2020. Am I right, Aaron? I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but this was kind of the time frame. And then we got into it and wrote the whole record within, I think it was not that long. I think it was a whole process about 6 months or something like that. We recorded almost everything here in my studio here at my home, and except of the drums actually, because they were recorded as a studio in the east of Germany at Sawdust Recordings. And yeah, that's it actually.
And how, like, I mean, I've read, like, you know, I know how, like, things that were handled here in the States with the lockdowns and stuff like that. And I've read stories about things over in Europe and Germany. How much difficulty was it to get together and create this with some of the restrictions and stuff over there?
I think it was not that kind of a big problem for us, because the restrictions in Germany have always been that good that we were allowed to meet ourselves with one person, like Aaron and I. The songwriting process in Rising Insane is almost about Aaron and me. So the other guys are not involved that much. So we didn't have the problem that they could not join us and get involved into the songwriting process. But I would really say that all these kind of lockdown stuff and pandemic had some kind of positive effect for us, because we could really concentrate on the things that we would like to write and release and record, and that was kind of a good thing, even if it's a really weird thought in this whole pandemic stuff, because all in all it's really, really bad. But for us, I would say it was kind of a good situation,
at least for writing the album.
Yes. I think that's the only one, but it was good for it.
No, I get that. Like, I've talked with some friends before, like, you know, during we live in a world that's always moving at a fast pace, and with technology and social media and this and that, like, you know, there's always so much going on that distracts us. And during the lockdown, like, you know, I'm a father. I have 2 daughters that are always out with their friends, and then we reconnected, and there was a lot of positives to slowing down and grounding ourselves and refocusing on, like, what's important in life and stuff, you know?
Absolutely.
But like, I was checking out some of the videos that you guys have too, and it's like, man, they're very professionally done. It's like, you know, it looks like Hollywood productions and stuff like that. Like, who do you work with?
His name is well, should I pronounce it in German or with an American accent?
No, go ahead. However his name is.
In Germany, you say Peter Leukhardt, but in English you would say Peter or Peter Leukhardt, maybe.
All right.
He's yeah, kind of independent videographer and does a really good job.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I was looking at those, and like the Something Inside of Me video, I thought was like really cool. Like, you know, talk about the story behind that, and like the filming locations. And
that's, I mean, when we are working together with Peter, it's always like this. We are thinking about, well, what could we do in this music video? And then we have an idea. We tell that Peter, and then he says, okay, we need this, and this, and then we arrange all the stuff. Like Ulf built this little room in his garage, and we painted the guitar and some shelves and some boards, and well, yeah, and then the rest is just what you can see in the video. So yeah. That's basically it.
So that was all in the garage, and you
so-
made the set.
Yeah, we had two different
band
locations.
performance. Yeah, except the band performance, because you played in the what's it called, at Alpco.
No, actually, I'm in my normal life, I would say I'm a sales guy in a metal trading company, and we have some stocks or some warehouses. And at that time when we were actually filming something inside of me, this particular warehouse were empty, and we had the possibility to go in there and shoot the band shots. And there is some kind of a hole into the ground because of a machine that will be installed within the next months. And so we got the idea to get into the hole. It's about 5 meters in the deep. We had to take some ladders to get into that, and also a crane to put the drum set onto the ground. But yeah, that's it actually, and that's where we did the whole band shots.
Okay, yeah, because that was like really cool, and I was like, man, wonder where that's at. And then you're like, you built it in the garage. I was like, what? But oh, okay, that makes more sense.
We were trying to, like the title says, it's that something inside of me, and we were thinking about, well, how could we express this in a video without having to spend loads of money for like special effects and stuff. So we just came up with this deep red black color that is pouring out of me, like from the inside, to show that my soul, my deep inside myself, there is a dark what comes out of myself in the video. So yeah, we wanted to put a special emphasis on that.
Nice. No, yeah, all your videos look good. Like, I wanted to ask really quick too, the Meant to Live track. I really enjoyed that. What was the inspiration behind that?
Like for the track or for the video?
For the track, for the song.
All right. Well, when Sven first sent me the instrumental, I felt like, well, this sounds uplifting to me. This is something like I go outside and I hear the song, and I'm feeling strong. So and as I was listening to the instrumental, I thought, well, what did I achieve for myself over the past years? Where did I come? Where did I where do I come from and where do I go? And I found out that I'm actually on a good way for getting a kind of normal life again. So I decided to make it an uplifting song where I just point out that I realized that I can be strong, and I can be the older version of me that is more happy and more strong. So I put this into words and came up with Meant to Live.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I loved it. And I felt like empowered listening to it too. So good job.
Thanks.
Now I know like you guys got some other interviews lined up, so I don't want to.
Well, the next should be at around 6 p.m., I guess.
Oh, really?
So
okay, because
yeah,
the list that
at
he
the
sent me,
schedule-
I thought you guys only had like a half-hour slot. You got more time?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Have.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I was just going to cut out some of the questions, but yeah, let's keep going then. So, working with what's it been like now working with Long Branch Records?
Well, yeah, Sven, you can answer.
Actually, I would say Long Range Record was the part where everything started to getting more professional actually, because when we started to be a band and we tried to act professional, we had the problem that we needed something or somebody who was showing us how to promote our music, how to get into the social media stuff, how we get into interviews like this and all this kind of stuff. And Long Branch really helped us to get more professional, helped us to see us as some kind of a thing, not the five boys from the northern Germany who are making some music for fun. more than a thing, like some kind of product, I would say, and that was kind of a
being
good thing
more than
for
just
us.
a band, I guess.
Yeah, excellent, exactly.
Nice. And then like you guys have you guys been back out playing live and performing too now since things have kind of opened up, or got any
Yeah,
tours
actually,
planned?
we played some shows this year, not as much as expected, but we played some. And for the next year, we have one tour planned together with These Nuts in February. It's about I think 30 dates all over Europe. It's from Germany to the United Kingdom, to Netherlands, to Austria. There's almost everything in it.
Spain, France.
Yeah, and that's actually our future plans. But we have already played a lot of shows in the past, so we kind of a live band for sure.
Have you guys been able to do any of the songs from Afterglow live yet for audience?
The singles,
Yes.
like Afterglow itself, Meant to Live, Serenade, also Something Inside of Me, just Bend and Break. We could not perform this one because it was released like in November, and the shows were done at the beginning or at the middle of October.
Yeah.
So.
And what would you say has been like your favorite song off the new album to play live that you feel you got a positive reaction from the audience on?
Actually, everyone.
Yeah, but especially for me, it's Afterglow.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because I really like the vibe. It's not about the audience at all. It's for me. I like that smooth intro, and then it goes into these really hard, heavy double bass parts, and I really love that. It makes fun to play.
Yeah, for me, it might be Serenade because it got this huge hook, and well, people in the crowd are singing along with us, like where they sing Serenade, and I'm like, yes, nice.
Yeah, that's always good for the vocalist to have the audience participation and stuff.
Like, okay, I can just pretend that I can sing this right now. I'm like, take this one, you sing it.
Yeah. And then like what are some personal goals you guys have set for yourself going forward now? Other than the tour coming up, and the album's about to be released, what other goals do you guys have set for yourself as a band?
Yeah, this is a question we kind of heard more often the past days, and I always give in the same answer, but it's quite funny, I think, because our main goal in 2018 was to be on the bar in Germany. Like when there is a huge metalcore show or a little festival with local German bands, we want the name Rising Insane to be on the board. And as we were playing a festival called Krautsalat Festival in October, we just realized, well, we achieved what we wanted to achieve back in 2018. So we actually are about to set for setting new goals. And well, with the upcoming tour of These Nuts across Europe, we will basically set these new goals. But it will also be awesome, like to come to the States, for example, or maybe go to Belarus, or maybe even Japan. That would be awesome.
Yeah, now with the label behind you to help you out, that hopefully you can achieve those,
Hopefully.
Yes.
Now, what's something that you guys still feel like you can improve upon as a band?
Like all in all, just put a little more of this and that to your songs, and just make it better. Like when you're making a record and first of all, you are very, very proud of it, and you feel like you've done like 100 times better than the last record. This is what we feel about the progression from Porcelain to Afterglow. And when I hear the album right now, when I get in my car, put on the CD and listen to the songs, I'm like, well, that could have been better. We could more focus on this part and all this stuff. And you never know what will be changing with the next record, what will be better. But I'm very, 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 very sure that it will be better. Like you are always making progress.
And what now with Afterglow's getting ready to release here in days, right? Where can fans that want to like pre-order or pick it up, where would you send them to support and then, pick up the album?
So
you can.
We are shipping worldwide.
Yeah, you can pick it up at our own shop.
Like just visit our, like the easiest way is actually visit our Instagram page, like Rising Insane on Instagram, and on our bio we got a smart link and it will lead you to all the shops. Like we are also linked with Impericon, for example, and you can order some merch there and also a vinyl. But also you can find our own shop where we offer merch and our album, and so that's actually the easiest way to get a copy of Afterglow.
Nice. And then what's the name of the YouTube channel again if they want to check out some of these videos?
It's SPV Entertainment.
Yes, I think so. I check it right away.
But
because I'm not 100%.
Just look up for Rising Insane on YouTube. You might find it. Like there are not that much band that are also named Rising Insane.
Yeah, I think you guys got that market laid down. So I want to ask you guys some of the questions that I normally ask guests when I have them on the show. And Aaron, we'll start with you. Who's some of your top 3 musical artists that are your favorites to listen to and find inspiration from?
First of all, I'm very, very, very deeply influenced by the Architects. So Sam Carter is actually my go-to guy. I think you can hear that also in the style that I'm screaming and also singing. So that would be my first overall pick. The second one, if I'm asked for a second one, would probably Freddie Mercury. Like I just loved the way he was singing. I loved his appearance on stage, like one of the greatest frontmen of all time, for sure. And for the third guy, musically, I don't know. I listen to a lot of classic music. Maybe it's Chopin.
Wow.
And then how about you?
My biggest experience. My biggest influence actually is Metallica.
Wow.
I really loved them since I was a child, and it's everything. I would do everything for them. I really enjoy almost every record, except of Saint Anger. But I think that's one of my biggest. And for sure, there are some kind of metalcore bands. For example, like SLA Dying. I really loved them when I was, I think, 13. My brother got a record at home. I think it was Shadows of Security, and that was my way into heavy music with screaming. And my third choice would be, it's difficult as for Aaron, I think, because there are so many bands that I'm hearing, and I'm hearing also some kind of pop music. But if we focus on heavy stuff, I would say it's definitely Rammstein.
Okay.
I really, really, really love them.
Nice. See, I was kind of disappointed Aaron didn't have Celine Dion in there, but I will say though that the dislike of Saint Anger is definitely a global thing,
Yeah, but it's more about the snare sound. It's the sound. It's like a can. It's if you push on the can. But no, I think it's okay. It was okay for the time, and there are some songs that you could like, but I don't like them.
And then is there a particular song that you feel inspires you? That's like when you're going through like Aaron, what you talked about with depression and anxiety. Was there a song that you kept going to that kind of help lift you up and motivate you?
Well, basically, it's meant to live like our own song. But I was listening to Architects a lot. Like yeah, they lost Tom Sale to cancer as well. So it's not far fetched that that the words and the emotion they put in their music is affecting me a lot. So that was a lot. It was a huge influence on me.
And how about you, Sven?
It's a really difficult question actually, because to be honest, I think it depends on the mood and everything. So I do not have that particular song actually. In some moods I'm listening to music like Scooter from Germany, and then I have the mood to listen to Rammstein, for example. They have or at Rammstein, it's the song called Radio. I really love it, and this is a song that gives me some kind of hope. Even if the lyrics are not about hope or something like that, it's just about the emotion. But I really couldn't focus it on one track. Actually, that's impossible for me.
Gotcha. And then, who are 3 people who've inspired you, or you can credit for making you the person you are today? And you can start, Aaron.
My mom, I guess. No, I'm not guessing. I'm pretty sure my mom, because as I said earlier, she forced me to play the flute when I was 6, and to get out of playing the flute, I had to choose another instrument. So I got to the drums, and then I got to the guitar, and then I got to keys. And she was also singing a lot, so she actually paved the way for me to make music. She brought me into this whole thing. So I'm forever thankful for that. So that she is probably my number one. Also, well, over the last years, I changed a lot. My personality changed a lot. I became another person due to the loss of my sister. Like I was refocusing on what is important to me. And the person who inspired me the most or gave me the most energy through the last years was definitely my wife, which I just married her a couple of months ago. So that's number 2. And number
Congratulations.
3, thanks. And number 3, I love my family.
Yeah, good thing you mentioned the wife. You're early on. You don't want to be sleeping on the couch already. So, better And then, how about you, Sven?
First of all, it's about my parents actually, because I'm quite proud of how long their relationship is lasting, and how they are going into problems, and how they are handling it, and how they are just living with the life actually. The second one is my son. He's about 8 years old, and he shows me every day a lot of things that I should may change, or I should more accept in life, when they ask these kind of simple questions that childs are actually asking, and you're asking yourself, okay, he's right. It's kind of a strange situation. And the third one is actually James Hetfield, because he's the sickest guitar player on this whole planet. I've never seen anybody who can pick so damn hard downstrokes on the fucking guitar. He is the best. For me, if this guy would be in any room together with me, I would begin to cry. I wouldn't get any word out of me, because I don't know. This is kind of a god for me.
Nice. So it's like my daughter and Justin Bieber then. But I really like what you said about your son and how much being a father has taught you, because I mean, I totally relate on how much I want to be a better man every day because of my daughters, and they're older now, but I remember going through that, the simple views of the world of a child that we forget.
Yeah.
And those reminders, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. And like I said, every
Absolutely.
day I want to be a better person and a better example for them. So that's awesome. And then, are there any causes or organizations that you guys support and encourage others to check out? And you can go
No,
first, Sven.
What?
Or whoever. Yeah, whoever.
You can start, Sven.
Right.
I'm not sure if I understood the question right. Do you
Me
mean as a
neither.
band?
Like
or,
any like causes, like you individually, any causes that you guys are passionate about that you support, that you would encourage others to check out, like organizations or causes that.
Wow, that's a good question because
That's
I'm
very
sorry.
difficult.
I'm really sorry because I'm not the guy who is into any organization because all my life is about my work at Rising Insane. And it's kind of a dump, but no, I cannot answer it actually.
Okay.
How
Yeah.
about you, Aaron?
Well, I'm thinking, like I'm thinking, it's actually what you said. Like, I don't have a real organization that I put a lot of effort into. Like, we are having Rising Insane. It's like another full-time job beneath our everyday life. Um, uh, between what's the right term? Never mind. So it's very difficult, but for me, what I feel, what I want to give people who meet me is like, it's very important that you go through life with eyes wide open, take care of your friends, take care of your family, and just spread the love that you can spread, because that's the most important thing in life, right?
Amen. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking, like, I mean, like organizations and stuff, like, for like, like, I mean, with everything you just recently went through, like any kind of grief counseling organizations, or, the mental health and stuff like that, I don't know what they have
Uh,
over there in Germany that.
we were in contact with some mental health organizations and stuff, but this contact was more like on the surface. We did not connect deeply with the organization, so we can tell a lot about that actually. um Sven, did you like just turned off your earphones? Like, I can hear myself twice.
No, I do not have
Okay.
anything.
All right, all right. I just for myself, I donate every year, like once or twice, for the UK Cancer Research Organization. That's
Okay.
like that's a thing for me.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. And then favorite toy as a child.
Lego.
All of them. All of them. I
Oh,
I
yeah.
I loved the little cars that you can you know
The remote control.
with a remote control. I love these.
Nice. And then you guys in any like combat sports or wrestling and stuff? Are you any fans of that?
Oh, I was watching Smackdown and Raw when I was a teenager, a lot, like a lot, and there's a really well, funny or maybe embarrassing story about it, because I recorded it on tape because it was so late at night. Um, like, of course it was late at night in Germany because it's from America. So I recorded it, and I was watching the episode of Smackdown the next day, and then there was the advertisement, and of course, at night in Germany, there, you know what the advertisement is, of course, it's like naked women porn and stuff. So 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 and I didn't have an own television, so I had to watch it in the living room. And then my sister came into the living room, and she was like, "What is going on?" And I was sitting there, and the batteries of the remote control were low, and I couldn't switch off the television. So So I sat there watching porn advertising, although I actually wanted to watch SmackDown.
You weren't
Wow.
getting your SmackDown. You were watching SmackDown.
Oh man.
Nice. So who was like your favorite wrestler back in the day then?
Oh man, I like every teenager. I loved Rey Mysterio. I really, yeah. I don't know why. Today it's like more about The Rock and John Cena. But back in the days, I really loved yeah, Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero as a tag team.
Nice. And then well, I mean that's about all the questions I got, but so you mentioned already your Instagram. If fans out there in the audience are new to hearing about you and want to know more and check you guys out and support you, like where are some of the places you'd send them?
Definitely to our Spotify. Like, if you like our music, if you like what you heard of us, what you heard of our songs, then definitely go on Spotify, search for Rising Insane, and give us a follow. That would be awesome.
Even on Instagram.
And on Instagram, of course.
Awesome. Well, hey man, I really appreciate your guys' time. And it was good talking with you and getting to know you. And thank you for your honesty and transparency, man. Like I said, those songs are going to definitely help others through whatever they're going through. And we all could use some hope right now with all the craziness in the world. So keep doing what you guys are doing,
Thanks
man.
a lot.
And
Thanks, man.
All right, you guys take care.
All right.
Have a nice one.
All right,
Bye.
bye-bye.
Thank you.